Wait, 3-minute delay on what? Okay. Ugh. Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't realize we were live. Um, Good afternoon or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Revolution Esports Season 2 as Turbulence Esports take on Space Esports. And taking you through this game is myself, Milky Cereal, and joining me in the casting booth, Milksteak. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. I'm ready to get underway, and it looks like we're going to be kicking things off at the control map of Oasis. Just to run you through the lineups of each teams over on Space Esports sides, you've got Hudson, Sakurahana, Angel, Dash, Leo Cakes, and Convoluted playing.
And for Turbulence, we have Noro, Arakusu, Lure, Essel, Snozzler, and
And I've been a very bad caster this evening, and I haven't done enough research on either team, so I'm not too sure who I should really be watching out for. But we're gonna have to see
well, with
how.
this being the first game, we don't necessarily have a ton of information on the players yet. I feel like so it's going to be. I know that these are the top two teams in terms of SR in the highest division of Revolution Esports, which is the GM division, which is new and really exciting that I get to cast this, being my first time casting, because it's going to be some exciting high-level Overwatch.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of interesting and exciting plays from these two teams for sure.
Yeah, as you said, Milkshake, these are two of the highest ranked teams in the league, and maybe a battle for the top spot as soon as we get underway.
Could
No
be for
build
sure.
up, and we'll have to see which team will be able to clinch a victory. 4 maps, potentially a 5th to be played. And just to run everyone through what the map pools are as well, for Control, it is going to be Oasis, as you can see on the screen. For Escort, it's either going to be Junkertown, Havana, Watchpoint Gibraltar. For Assault, it's Paris, Horizon, or Volskaya. And for Hybrid, it's Numbani, Hollywood, or Eichenwald.
Excited to get things started on Oasis. It's got pretty varied points. Each 3 kind of has a different playstyle you can run. So probably going to see a lot of Orisa Sigma. In the first match of the season, like a couple days ago, saw a lot of Bastion. So that could definitely be potential play here on all 3 points.
Yeah, and we might.
I would expect
Bastion
probably Doom Reaper here on this one, but
Doomfist Reaper. We'll have to see if other teams will decide to go for that. We're just waiting for the teams to select their heroes, as I get to play around with my observer account for the first time, and I'm just being an absolute child with it for the minute. But it looks like we will be getting that Reaper in and the Doomfist, so right straight away, Milkshake.
I would assume that the break pick here is a joke and not actually going to be ran, but we'll see. It was actually ran in Overwatch League Grand Finals the other day, but that was for like 1 fight and they lost. Yeah, that's gonna be swapped.
Capture the objective.
Repositioning. Right. It looks like we are ready to kick things off, Snozzler. We need to push in it straight away, and there we go, both teams just trying to push forward for now.
Huge pick on the Sigma, they trade for the Doomfist.
Yeah, and that's going to be Dash and Convolute. You're already getting taken down. Sirius are down as well. And it's going to be the side of Turbulence, just getting the advantage for now.
Systems repaired.
It's actually insane how fast the shield for space melted right there. The Orisa shield.
Yeah, and just trying to burn through that Orisa shield. They will be able to do so, but Turbulence just already at 13% and just stopping space from pushing forward. And that's going to be Sigma getting taken down. Dash will fall as well. As Turbulence are just running through space right now. Snozzler picking up the kill onto Convoluted.
Doing a good job of taking space away from space esports, taking map control, and it's really hard to push up into a double show comp like this.
We're going to see Space going for another push. They're at 50%. Noro's going to get stunned down, and that's going to be the Orisa ultimate coming through to give that extra burst piece of damage, but Turbulence is just going to keep on pushing through, and they find 5 kills.
Yeah, this choke is presenting big problems. They're just not able to really take the space that they need to, and not able to sustain all the damage coming through.
I mean, it's exactly the same comps from both teams, so there's no, advantage from the heroes alone.
The red team having the advantage just because they don't technically have to move forward. They can kind of just set up with the shields, but blue team's turning around here. Space esports.
Yeah.
Pick on a Doofus.
Space esports get the pick onto eSoul, and now they're just going to keep on pushing through. Convoluted looking to find the damage on the Reaper. He does have the ultimate available. Can he just get into the right position now? He's trying to slowly make his way in, and there it comes. That's going to be the Death Blossom, and they find Lure, they find Sirius, and they find Snozzler as well as we get into overtime. And Space Esports are looking for the contestant. It's 3-on-2 at the capture point. They just need to find one more. eSoul and Arakusu are down, and Lure will just about be able to stay alive, but Noro will fall as it's 4 against 0, and Space Esports will capture the points at the last possible moment.
Exactly. That was a kind of a mess of a fight. A lot of ults used. Space had to use 4 to take it, and but Torbulance used quite a few as well. So neither team really has the advantage going in this fight in terms of ultimates.
Yeah, and Lure does have his ultimate on, and here goes eSoul with the Doofus. Can he find anything until Convoluted? Really low, will have to back off for now. No one has fallen just yet. The contestant coming in. Leo Cake's taking a lot of damage, will be able to back out. Out comes the Coalescence from the Myra as Hudson pushing through. He will be able to find an elimination. That's 2 down already for Space Esports, but 3 are down for Turbulence, and Sirius will fall as well. Lure just about surviving with 16% HP, but Turbulence are going to be forced back once again, and Space coming back strong on this first round.
Oh yeah, that was really well played. They just have to win. They've won 2 fights, got 50%. They just need to win 1 and maybe a late one at the end.
And here we go. Yet again, this is Turbulence looking to reclaim control over the capture point. And the Sigma and Orisa shields are down, but Turbulence are being forced back. Space just look to push Turbulence further away. As the Sigma ultimate is available.
Yes, they were able to get 2 very quick clicks and clean that up, but Turbulence is already
back. Leo Cakes gets taken down before he gets to use the ultimate. This could be big for Turbulence, and now as they find 2 picks, this is the contestant. Bad players. Out comes the Death Lotus. They find the pick onto Noro. Dash and Convoluted currently down. And that's going to be the Lucio ultimate coming in. As we go into overtime, it's 99% to 99%. Anyone's a game. But Turbulence have the advantage. 3-2-3 now. As it's all or nothing. Leo Cakes Convoluted getting taken down. Turbulence coming in big for the final play. And they just need to last to the end of overtime. And they will have this. Space have 1 member though on the wrecking ball. Is there anything that Hudson can do? He's just trying to whiz around. And that's going to be...
Unfortunately, fell out the middle there.
But that's going to be the first round going over to Turbulence. After a very close game, albeit, Turbulence, they picked up the advantage early on. Space, they brought it right back on the wire, and they took it right back to the wire, but Turbulence able to reclaim control right at the very end.
Definitely. That's what you would expect out of two top tier teams is first two fights don't go your way, you don't give up, and you have a plan for the next fight. Asshole got a bunch of good or a few early picks there on the Doomfist. Super dangerous hero that can just like remove someone basically in one second. So that's able to win the fight for his team.
Capture the objective.
Yeah. And here we go for round 2 here at
I will not
Oasis.
waste this opportunity.
As we've got a Pharah as well from ESL. Space eSports deciding against it, but he's still taking a lot of damage, and that's a Pharah down straight away.
Oh yeah, you don't expect them to be able to deal with the fair so easily because they've hit scan, but that was no issue.
The objective is now.
I'd be surprised if maybe we don't get a Widowmaker either, just to pick that Pharah out. Although that being said, Space not having any issues with the Pharah right now. They find 3 picks onto Snosler, Arakusa, and Noro, as Lure will fall. So does Sirius, and Space eSports coming into round 2 much stronger than they did in round 1.
Certainly. They were able to take the high ground and really take the advantage from there. Once they got the fair pick, they kind of grind out the fight.
We got Hudson getting pushed back down to 300 HP. We'll just heal back up, but just we'll drop down the shield as that's a Pharah they need to find the damage, try to take it down, and they will actually find ESL straight away. So this Pharah pick really not working as the Coalescence gonna come through. Dash gets taken down, but Arakusu is running really low. Coalescence will come through for Turbulence as well. Space getting torn down, and it will be Turbulence who should be able to reclaim
Clean this up just more once.
Yeah.
Huge pick from Sonslar there. Oh, Dash is going to contest here. And
Taking a
recontest
lot
with
of damage to the
Zuzu.
Marcy.
Turbulence still has not able to take point here. Time is still ticking up for Space Esports, which
Oh,
is huge.
as Angel gets taken down on the Lucio as well. But they will finally claim the point. It took a while, but they did get it. 66% currently for Space Esports. And now the percentage starts rolling up for Turbulence.
And Space Esports has... Oh, we got to pause here.
Oh, we
Space
gotta pause.
Esports has elected not to go with the hit scan, and it's working out for them. They've actually picked the Pharah like extremely fast both fights. In the previous fight, Doomfist basically like used the boost and somehow got up in the air and comboed on Pharah, which is really exciting to see.
Yeah. And yeah, that Pharah for ESOL. I mean, when it first came in, I was a bit excited. Oh, look, we've got a Pharah. And then, like, just straight away, it just been deleted. And then
Mhm.
it happened again. So maybe ESOL will have to switch things around, or maybe it's just a case of now they've seen how they've been, how they've been outplayed, and they know what to do to change things up.
For sure. You would expect to have more space and more kind of freedom to do what you want as fair against this comp on this map, but Space has just done a tremendous job of shutting that down with heroes that don't necessarily always counter Pharah, but still, you know, they're able to focus her and take out a huge threat from the enemy team.
While we are in the pause as well, we can just take a quick look at the ultimates that are available. Hudson has his up, as does Dash and Leo Cakes. Leo has the Mercy ultimate available, as does Sirius on the second Sigma.
Space is almost at all their ultimates, so I would expect them to have a plan here to use combos efficiently, not waste all their ults. And unfortunately, we had Doomfist, Nozlar, DC here, so he is not going to have his ultimate.
There you go. And of course, with the Death Lotus, that can be really big as Noro gets his ultimate as well, but Space just waiting for the right moment to go in. Out comes the Coalescence as Pharah starts the barrage. We'll be able to find 3 picks onto Space as Hudson falls as well, resulting in the 4th death for them. Turbulence will keep control over the point as they're nearing the 50% mark.
Huge barrage by Essel. They were basically able to win a 5v6 there with Nozlar being late to the fight, so That was awesome.
But Space, they need to find a way back in. They have all of their ults available pretty much. And this might be the chance to go in. Angel just trying to heal everyone up. But Turbulence just doing a good job pushing back Space. And oh, they wipe through Space hard. Angel and Hudson, the only ones remaining. But they all get taken down. 75% on the capture point. And well, there's just going to be one final chance for Space eSports here.
Space still does have most of their ults. They weren't able to find a good opportunity to use them in the last fight, so let's see what they come up with here.
We could call it an econ fight from Space eSports. Saving everything up, but they need to do it now. 95% on the capture point. Out comes the Sigma Ultima. It's not really going to affect Pharah, but Leokay's trying to find the damage onto Isol. Isol gets taken down fairly low, and he gets taken down before he can release the barrage. And that could be massive as we enter overtime now. It's a 6v3. Lure and Snosler have been taken down. This is exactly what Space eSports needed. And they've got 4 for 2 at the capture point. They just need those a couple more picks. And they take down Sirius. They take down Noro. And they will reclaim the point at 99%. Once again, the round going right down to the wire.
Very well played for Space eSports. They still have Reaper ult, Lucio ult. They're looking good in ult culinary. Essel was able to charge his barrage again very fast, but unfortunately wasn't able to get a pick with it. It's kind of a hit or miss ult. And wasn't able to find any, unfortunately.
87%, 5 ults available for Space eSports, but here we go, the Coalescence coming through the Orisa barriers. Ours, that's the Reaper coming in. Can they find anything with the Death Lotus? But it gets taken down, convoluted down, so is Isol. That Pharah just not working out. Lure's taken down as well on the Mercy, and it's a 5v4. Noro on the Orisa just looking to find the damage. Can they get enough? It's 99% each. The contestant coming through from a Turbulence. They find the pick onto Arakusu and Snosler as well. And that's going to be the Death Lotus coming in. And somehow, in overtime, it's a 1-for-1. It's a 1v1 still. Angel on the Lucio, just trying to stay alive. Unless he thinks he can outplay the Reaper. And actually,
it's buying time for his team to come back here. Be a 4v4 situation.
Here we go. The teams are back. Isol switched from the Reaper to has switched from the Pharah to the Reaper. As here we go. Snosler looking to find the pigs, but he gets taken down. As does Law. Isol's down as well. This might be it for Space eSports as they secure the objective, and that apparently is 100% to 100%. But I believe it was Space eSports who pick up the win.
It was indeed. It was close enough to be 100% to 100%. Dash's ability to consistently pick the Pharaoh on Doomfist was extremely impressive, and he actually, in the second to last fight there, got like 4 or 5 picks, but Torbulance was able to turn it around, and even, let's see, Convoluted got like 3 with his Death Blossom, but Essel was there to finish him off. That was a pretty insane fight.
Yeah, and now as we make our way to the final round, everything is perfectly balanced. Isol going to be going for that Pharah once again. We'll be looking for a bit more luck than he had last time around.
Straight away, these Pharaohs are trying to take away attention from the other, just kind of fighting in the 1v1 while your teammates fight on point. Torbulance and Tiger on control.
Dash versus Isol. Angel's been taken down though, so slight advantage for Turbulence, but Snosler gets deleted as well. No one's captured the point just yet. So here we go. Hudson just looking to burn through the barrier right now. Actually might be able to find something onto the enemy Orisa. As Hudson onto the Moira. Can he find the pick? Not quite. but Leo Cakes will get taken down for Space Esports as Esol finds a pick onto Hudson with the Farah.
Very impressive for Messel, kind of taking over that fight even with his Mercy gone. McCree from Convoluted had the high ground and took out the Mercy, but Messel was able to clean it up regardless.
And we're getting the McCrees coming in along with the pharmacies. Let's see. There'll be enough for either team. The Spacer does have the ultimate, so that's going to be even. Yeah, Arakuso getting taken down. Convoluted finding Alliance. Esol falls as well. And this might be the chance that Space Esports need. Sirius will follow suit. Convoluted picking up the elimination. And after Turbulence get it, the objective, or the capture point I should say, to 40%, Space Esports will reclaim control. And what has been a very tightly and well-balanced series. Oh, as Snozzler, yes, Snozzler getting taken down, just pushing a little bit too far forward, and he did get picked off. The Marcy's are, sorry, the Pharaohs are still out. Pharmacies, I should say. Sirius just waiting. Has the ultimate available. When does he want to pull the trigger? Yes, here come Turbulence. 4v2 at the capture point. As they've already taken down Convoluted and Sakurahana. And Dash will follow suit. And Turbulence surely will reclaim as they find the pick onto Angel as well. And after Space get to about 45%, Turbulence reclaim the capture point.
Both teams on defense here have had their Sigma and McCree on high ground, Orisa on low ground, with Moira and kind of trying to take the high ground control while also contesting point.
Here we go again though. As Space Esports look to take the first map of the day. So taking a little bit of damage. Has the barrage available down to under 100 HP. What can he do? The Pharmacy versus Pharmacy. Esol and Dash still going, but Sakurahana gets taken down. Hudson gets low. Leo Cake's low as well. This might be it for Turbulence. They find the pick onto Dash as well. The Mercy, the Farah is down. And this is big because Angel has fallen as well. Convoluted trying his best. Noro just trying to burn through the shields, trying to take down Leo Cakes. But Leo Cakes healing right back up. 97%. Space Esports, they need to do something and they need to do it now. They don't have any ults up either. Hudson on the wrecking ball, just looking just to stay at the capture point for as long as possible. And he actually is going to be able to find 3, but it's only the knockback. Can he find the kills? He'll take down Arakusu. Lure and Slosler have fallen in as well. And once again at 99%, Space Esports find the picks that they need. They will reclaim the point and they just need to get 50% on that.
Yep, two very evenly matched teams. You think the one team you think has the advantage, the other team kind of counters it and outplays it. So these fights are going.
Oh, Dash gets taken down. And here come Turbulence, the 6v5. Actually, no, it's fine because Esol got revived, but he will die straight back. Convoluted dies while trying to cast the ultimate, and that may just about keep Space Esports alive. But Turbulence coming in, Turbulence clean up, and Turbulence will pick up the first map of the day.
Victory.
Top 2 teams in Revolution Esports definitely lived up to expectations. That was awesome to watch with great plays coming out from both teams. Kind of back and forth on every control point.
Here's player of the game from Arakusu on the side of Turbulence. Back at round 2, I believe.
Oh, yes, correct.
And I guess that's how Dash got taken down. So our next map is going to be an escort map, either Junkertown, Havana, or Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Yes, it will be the losing team's choice. It will be Space Esports, and we don't really know what maps they may favor since it's the first match of the season for both teams.
And after that first game at Milksteak, who do you really think, are players to watch out for? Because for myself, I feel like Easel just had a bit of a hit and miss, really.
He did. His big plays were huge, but I think that Space Esports was really watching out for him, especially on the Farah. Like not letting him take over the game was good to see. But that didn't stop him. He still had some huge plays that won his team a lot of fights. So
All right, and
Dash as well. Dash's Doomfist was extremely good.
yeah, the Doomfist taking down Easel's Farah numerous times in the air. It looks like we're going to be seeing Havana coming through, or as I like to say, Havana Unana.
I would not be shocked to see some Bastion play on this map. We'll see though.
Is it Havana? No, I'm thinking of Ilios. I was thinking Symmetras, but I think we see a bit of that Ilios, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. The Metra I don't see her played too much right now actually. After she was really strong right before her recent nerf. She's still very strong, but kind of get more value out of Reaper and Doomfist. I feel like.
Initiating match.
Here we go though, at Havana, and we're just waiting for, well, let's just say the doors to be unlocked and both teams to get going. Turbulence currently sitting one map to 0, I should say. And Space Esports will need to pull a bit more out of the lockers if they want to take this second map of the day. But as you said, Milkshake, two very evenly matched teams.
Absolutely. Just a couple things could have gone in their favor in the East in that first map. So exciting to see how this one goes.
All right. Away we go once again. And we're actually going to be getting a Genji coming through for Easel. And Hanzo for Convoluted.
Yep. Interesting picks here. And Space Esports is going to hold close here so they can contest. Try to contest as long as they can, and then as well have plenty of time to get back for a second fight on first point.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Here we go. Turbulence have been let out.
Dash putting in huge damage at the door immediately. Not allowing this Bastion to set up.
Snorkel just getting taken down instantly. However, he will also instantly respawn as a Dash finds one pick straight away on the Farah. And he might have pushed the Orisa out to find a second, but won't be able to find it. It's a good start for Space Esports.
Torbulance finding it very difficult to even get out of their spawn right now. That's a huge pick though from Nessel.
Convoluted just trying to find those picks with the Hanzo. Here we go. Oh, that's going to be Angel, Dash, and Hudson absolutely blown apart. Easel got taken down, but that might not be enough. As Sebastian has now set up on the payload.
Oh yeah,
and this
very
is
good for
going to be
See that which is
they were actually, it was good to see them not panic at space holding door, and they kind of just went out the right door from spawn, and were able to set up there and win the fight.
observe the barrier.
Here we go. Turbulence just pushing, get through, and we've got a May coming out from Dash as well. And I'm sure not the last May we'll see today. No, we're just going to dish out a bit of damage on the Orisa as we do hit another pause.
Unfortunate DC again from Snozzler. But yeah, this May is doing work against Bastion. Kind of made him get off point and have to reset up. It's really good for isolating the Bastion away from his teammates. So you can focus. And we saw Erikusu on Baptiste put the ult in front of Bastion, and the wall kind of just negated that completely.
Obviously, with the Bastion, just so much damage will be coming in. However, we'll have to see if they do decide to switch around. As Snosla is going to pick up the Doomfist for now. Convoluted fairly low. Lure's been taken down as well. Convoluted does have the Dragon Strike available. Convoluted just about staying alive. And the Immortality Field coming out from Arikusu.
Yeah, could be internet issues, but unfortunately they were.
Oh,
Wrote this pauses, but fortunately they were down one person in that fight. It was kind of easy for Space to clean that up.
yeah, and we enter another pause as well. It's a Snosla once again, and well, Turbulence 1-0 up, but disconnects never exactly help your cause.
Absolutely not. Yeah, and it is internet issues, so nothing you can really do about it necessarily. It's unfortunate, but
Maybe he's just taking a quick break under the pretense of a pause, a disconnect. Is just trying to work out. Right.
perhaps.
What do I want to actually do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it as well. But
maybe he's cooking up some big brain strats in there, so I'll give up the fight here, and he's got some plan to come back with.
yeah, he's just putting Space eSports off, just saying, "Oh, I'm going to a pause now." But don't worry, I'll probably come back at some point. Exactly. However, Turbulence doing a good job, but as you mentioned, that May coming in now just to dislocate. Can you say no? Just to shift, let's say, the Bastion from his lovely setup points, and that's going to be really, really big for them. And Convoluted also just trying to find those little pokes of damage, and just from the way he's playing, maybe we'll be seeing a Widowmaker coming through as well at some point.
Yep, May is most definitely putting in a lot of value here against the Bastion, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Torbulance swap off the Bastion completely at this point, considering they kind of have to take a lot of space, and Bastion's not always the best at doing more of kind of a setup on cart and stationary.
Yeah, when you have that Bastion, you do need to play around it just a little bit. But here they come again, and by them I mean Turbulence. Snosla on the Doomfist as Isol and Snosla take a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter because Lure will just heal them right back up, and there comes the Hanzo ultimate. Not going to be able to find anything as Hudson running a little bit low. The Orisa ultimate will come in for the side of Space, but Hudson will get taken down. And Dash may just follow. Out comes the Sigma ultimate. It's going to find quite a few members. Arakuzu gets taken down. Isol low. Sirius will just about survive on the other Sigma. As Noro, can he find anything at all? He finds a Convoluted on the Hanzo. And that's going to be Turbulence coming back in as Angel gets taken down, just trying to find a little bit as Hudson has returned. He'll find the double, and he'll take down the Immortality Field as well while he's at it.
These teams are so good. There's like so much going on each moment that you can speak a lot about. But yeah, that was impressive from Space eSports regaining control after it looked to be in Turbulence's favor.
And Space eSports doing a fantastic job at the minute. Turbulence, they have 33 seconds to push about 5 meters. They are so close. Out will come the Baptiste ultimate. Is it going to be enough though? Because Turbulence have been wiped out.
That should do it. That was a extremely clutch May ultimate from Dash. His May has been super impressive this map.
The Blizzard coming in big.
Try to touch here with the hamster.
Convoluted. on the Widowmaker, just trying to find that poke damage. And if he can distract people away from the payload, that's all that he needs. And Convoluted now in the backline, just looking to find as that's a baby diva out of her mech. But the push is coming in, and it's just the Wrecking Ball trying to stay alive, trying to keep it going. And now it's only Arakuzu left, but he's nowhere near. And it will be the round going over to Space Esports.
Impressive effort from Torbulance, touching point and almost taking it there. I didn't expect them to group up on a cart and get a good fight that quickly, but these teams are at the top for a reason. So they've obviously practiced these scenarios and are able to execute and almost pull out the fight.
83.63 meters. And now it's the turn of Space Esports just to make it go a little bit further. Because, let's be honest, Turbulence were practically there. A half a second longer on the payload when it was uncontested, and they would have done it.
Yes. I would expect Torbulence to run the same strat here, try and hold close. And this first point can be very defensive favored, so certainly not over by any means.
There you go. Payload back in its spot. And away we go for round 2 here at Havana.
30 seconds.
Like we are going to see the defensive bastion out of Snozlar, which I think we'll be able to get a lot of value if his team's able to protect him.
And as we were saying, Space Esports, they know exactly what well, Turbulence know exactly what they need to do. They know exactly where they have to defend up to. Although that's easier said than done, because it's not the easiest thing to defend against the very first point. There's a Widowmaker out, and Convoluted will take a shot to the face straight away. Not enough to take him down, but that's Easel. Missed how he got taken down, but that must have been a lot of damage. Probably just Convoluted finding the headshot. And straight away, as Snozzler coming out with the Bastion, finding a bit of damage, gets displaced up by that May wall, but he doesn't really care. He'll just heal himself up quickly. And out he comes again, just tishing out so much. And just forcing Turbulence, sorry, not Turbulence, Space, just a little bit back for now. As Eureka shield is out. However, Norris is still there, and there's a Doomfist jumping up, but waiting for Space Esports just to find that pick. And I think so much of this is going to be resting on Convoluted here.
Yep, he has been able to get a few picks, but
oh, Convoluted takes down Easel. And that's the entire side of Turbulence wiped out. Lure had only just respawned, and the payload pushing fast at 40 meters already, and Convoluted will just wait, looking for the angle, looking to find the pick. Another 30 meters, and it is game over, or map over, I should say, for Turbulence. Convoluted looking to find something. Snozzler on the Reaper, and Easel on the Doomfist. Out will come the Sigma Ultimate. Is it enough? As I don't think it is. Not just yet anyway. Easel, can he find anything? Doomfisting forward, but he won't be able to find a pick. Dash and Convoluted are taken down. So is Sakurahana. Arakusa has also fallen, and the payload will be stopped at 66 meters.
Yep, Space Esports kind of had a really good comp for stopping the Pharah Bastion, but not as good against stopping the Reaper Doom, so they will swap to a Reaper themselves and keep the May because they have ult.
There we go, May will self-freeze for now as Sirius taking a fair bit of damage. Hudson's been taken down. Leo Kicks will follow. Dash has a Blizzard available, as that's going to be a couple of kills going over Snozzler. Noro falling out will come. The Sigma Ultimate as the Coalescence is following as well. 3 members are down for the side of Space Esports. Snozzler will respawn. Sirius got taken down as well, as the Doomfist in, looking to find the reposition on the Reaper. Can they find a pick onto Snozzler? No, they cannot, as Sakurahana finds a pick onto Isol, and that's the payload. Is still pushing forward. Sakurahana just trying to find a little bit more, as they're going to be able to take down the Mercy, I believe. No, as Lure will fall just 10 more meters, and there isn't anything Turbulence can do, it seems. The payload is so close. 40 seconds remaining. Snozzler is at 100%. How big will the Death Lotus be?
Great aggressive beat here. Allow the Reaper to get in.
Oh, reposition, teleports in beautifully, but he'll only be able to find Angel with the ultimate outcomes, the coalescence as well from from Arekusu. Won't be enough to find any kills. Dash has the Doomfist ultimate available. They could be looking to go in. Only 8 seconds remaining, and they need to find another 6 meters. Here comes the Reaper ultimate as well. Lucio will be following in as we enter overtime. There's a Sigma ultimate. This contention is slowly ending, but Dash and Convoluted have been taken down. So has Law. This might be it for Turbulence. Can they stop Space eSports right here, right now? They find 5 picks, and that will be it. Turbulence somehow win the map.
Yeah, that was insane. They were able to get a pick with the Reaper ult, not a huge ult, but enough to make Space Esports back up and wait for their 6 to come back. And let's see, the Reaper for Space Esports tried to go in, get an ult, but Essel was extremely prepared for it and punched him, canceled him out of it, and was able to finish the fight.
Oh, that was insane from Sakurahana.
Yeah,
The,
5 kills in 1 second.
Yeah. It was just so well played before, just to find them, to get them into a cluster as well.
Well done.
Absolutely fantastically done from Sakurahana. However, I mean, play of the game doesn't exactly win you the game, so Turbulence sitting 2-0 as we will be heading over to Assault, and Turbulence have the chance to wrap things up here. It's either going to be Paris, Horizon, or Volskaya. We'll have to see what Space Esports want to take as the losing side. They do get that side selection.
Yes, and actually, even if Torbulance wins here, they will play all 4 maps.
Yeah,
it was cool to see Space Esports deal with the Bastion really well. Like Dash's May was just extremely impressive, and even Convoluted getting lots of good picks there on the Widow. But when Torbulence switched over to the Doom Reaper comp, it was something they were extremely comfortable with and kind of dominant on that comp in the later part of first point.
Yeah, we talked about that Doom Reaper comp as well, like at the very start back at Oasis, and Turbulence did so well, and then they switched over to the Pharmacy, and it didn't look as great. Back over to the Doom Reaper, and things are working out for them once again, as it looks like we will be at a Volskaya for map 3. But I think both teams are living up to the expectation so far.
Absolutely. This first match of the top 2 teams has not disappointed whatsoever.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning that even if Turbulence do win it here, there will still be a 4th map. That, of course, will be at Hybrid. Will be at Numbani, Hollywood, or Eichenwald. Here we go then. Let's see though if we see the Doom Reaper comp coming out from Esol and Snozzler. They made it work last time, and I'm actually surprised Space Esports weren't able to take it. Neither team able to get the payload to that first checkpoint, if you will, and
It's
well,
true.
surprising.
Both teams did a really good job stalling first point, and then it can be really hard to take that second point just because it's a lot of space and you have the respawn advantages defense.
As Snozzler disconnects once again.
You really hate to see that. At least this one wasn't in the middle of the game. So no ult or fight repercussions from that.
Oh. I mean, when you get the disconnects, there's nothing you can do. You just have to pray to the gods of Wi-Fi or the gods of internet and just say, please, just like crash in like 10 minutes, but just let me finish this first. Well, half
Absolutely.
an hour, I think.
During the first game of the season too, like his internet's been fine for like weeks, and then now it wants to act up.
This is the only time during the week the internet will fail.
Can't confirm that, but
I think we should just peek into his personal life and just find out when his internet crashes. It'll only be when he's playing Overwatch.
yeah, it might be some foul play going on there. Someone doesn't want Torbulance to win this.
Yes, so someone's DDoSing him for sure.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, right. But let's see then. Space Esports, I mean, they've taken the fight to Turbulence, but they need to find that little bit more.
Most definitely, they've dealt with the Pharah from ESO really well. This is a map where you can definitely play Pharah, so strong map for Pharah. But just because they haven't had the most success with it, I would honestly expect them to just come out with probably a Reaper Doom comp.
Yeah,
they'll be on attack.
The Doom Reaper is probably what we're likely to see. I would quite like to see as well Convoluted on that Widowmaker. I think he found some really nice picks, but potentially just needs to find that little bit more. As even in that last fight back at Havana, despite them taking down the Pharah, it just wasn't enough, and they just couldn't find enough. They just needed to find it was that teleport in followed by the Death Blossom. It is Death Blossom, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, Death Blossom. Yeah, and that just turned the tables.
The thing about the Widow is like it's obviously a good counter to Pharah and Mercy that are up in the air, but in this current meta with Double Shield and Sigma and Ursa being played so often, you kind of have to flank to really get much value beyond that. And Convoluted did a really good job of keeping the Pharah in check from Essel, but just as you said, not able to kind of take over fights after he was able to get that initial.
Yeah. So we still await for. Well, yeah, we're still awaiting for Snozzler to reconnect. As I'm not sure what happens if he can't connect. Does it just become an FF?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. So I guess we'll wait and see. Obviously, you never want to see a game getting settled by an FF.
Yep.
Oh, hey, he's reconnected.
I do think though on the next DC, their team they may have to find a replacement, but
yeah.
Hopefully, yeah.
Right. Here we go then. We can get back underway. We wait for both teams to make their way into the first round here at Volskaya Industries.
I like the McCree pick from Space Esports. It's you're able to deal with the Pharah if that's what Torbulance wants to run, which it appears they do. But also you get more value than a Widow. Kind of not able to do a lot in double shield, whereas McCree can stun the Reaper and the Doomfist, whichever Torbulance.
Yeah. And Etol going for the Pharah. We've got a pharmacy coming in as Arakusa. Switching around, and it will be the Moira. It's a fairly standard stuff. I thought for a second we were going to see a Winston, which I don't see too much of, but it won't get picked up. Well, not yet anyway. So here come Turbulence. Hudson just pushing through straight away with Yorisa. Oh. As there comes the stun as well, and that's going to be Lure getting taken down really low, but he will be able to keep himself alive. Dash trying to come in from behind. Can he find anything? As he will be able to take down Lure. Convoluted and Sakurahana have fallen as well, but Snozzler will get taken down on that Doomfist. As oh no,
One more DC, unfortunately. Both teams playing very, very patiently there, kind of waiting for an opening, and Convoluted was able to get it on the lure. But Torbulance came right back with the pick, and kind of an even fight from there. It's been kind of the story the whole night is one team makes a play, and then the other team takes it right back. Been very, very close. Pretty much every fight.
So it looks like we will be getting a substitute then, although we just have to check whether it's the third DC or the fifth. However, hopefully everything will be determined shortly. And it would be a massive shame for Turbulence if after picking up 2 maps to 0, it then just went pear-shaped just because of a disconnect.
That's true, yeah.
I guess
So
would it be
appears the
possible to
rules
go?
are.
I don't know. Is there a rule page in the Discord that we could check?
There is. I'll have to look at it. Maybe like not worded like.
Let's see then. Oh. Oh, so wait. So they have to be subbed out for the map, but after that map they can come back in.
Yeah, that appears to be it. So the 5 minutes reconnect grace, I believe, is per disconnect.
Yeah. And
So they do have some time.
I mean, from the looks of the rules, it looks like it's only specifying the map. Like, it doesn't say anything to do with the game. So I guess it's relative to the map.
Honestly,
Also,
if I was
have you
Turbulence,
seen this milk steak?
what's that?
Everyone in Torbulence for a bit, they changed all of their nicknames to have milk to join in with the milk production.
Oh, okay, awesome. Let's make it
Yeah.
even more confusing with some more milks in here. That's nice.
We've got a fan club going.
All right, first time casting Overwatch together, and looks like we're not doing so bad that.
Right, as we just wait to find out what is going to be the outcome, but I think is pretty determined that Turbulence are going to have to find a sub or FF. This map anyway.
Personally, I would probably look to do that anyway. I mean, they've been winning fights despite these DCs and winning maps, but kind of a disadvantage when you could lose a player at any moment like that.
I feel like they should try to 5v6 it.
Yeah. Good luck.
I mean, maybe they can do it. Who knows?
Nazar's been putting in a lot of work, but yeah.
Oh well. So I mean, this
I think
is
the
the art that
wording
makes
in
the
the rules is
caster.
kind of yeah. Is it three DCs per match or per map? That's kind of.
Yeah, because right. So the rules state a sub must be provided until the disconnected player returns, who must be immediately be replaced upon arrival. So if someone DCs, you can get a sub in, but as soon as your player reconnects, you have to switch them back. Then upon continued disconnection, a player must be subbed out after their third disconnect for the remainder of the current map.
I'm
So
gonna
he
assume
has to
that's
be
per
replaced.
map, to be honest, and
Yeah.
just have them come back in. Yeah.
So the other
This is
option,
second on this map, right? Am I right there? So he gets one more.
there must also be a timer, like because 3 10-second disconnects surely can't be the same as like 1 4-minute disconnect. Perhaps I don't know.
It appears they're getting a ringer at this point, so we will get that clarified for next match and hopefully just go along with this one with no more DCs.
I mean, technically they can replace him for the next map according to the rules, and then we can have 3 more, and then they can replace him again. We've got a lot more pauses coming along, folks.
I mean, time is kind of becoming an issue at this point. You'd hate to see like a forfeit called because of time, but those rules are there for a reason. We gotta kind of move things along.
Exactly. Right. Actually, I'm just gonna put this one out there. Apparently, we're playing on Busan, not Volskaya Industries. What's going on there?
Do you see that? I actually don't see that.
It's on the stream.
Oh, gotcha. That may be something that can be corrected.
All right. Wait, what? Someone's actually typed in the chat on the game, and they've said Milky Wilkies. Wow. The
Our new
milk
nickname
squad's
as
in
a
full
collective?
force. Yeah,
Oh.
Milky Wilkies. Let's go. Love it. Oh. You know what? How do I change my name to Milky Wilkie? I'm doing that right now.
Yeah, you be Milky Wilkie #1, I'll be #2.
Yeah, Milky Wilkie. There we go, Milky. I think this is the best. This is the best name ever, and I want to thank everyone for coming up with such a fantastic name.
Thank our Milk fan club. They're really representing out there.
I'm actually seriously considering, should I change from Milky Cereal to Milky Wilkie?
I might go against that, but you know, do you? It's not a bad name.
It's not a bad. So it's technically not a good name.
Yeah, I'm gonna just ping community admins because there's other people. There's other people that should be able to go on this.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, put it like this: if Torbulance get in their sub and they win the round, then it doesn't really matter. Then they can just use their sub for the final game because, yeah, doesn't affect it.
Oh, with the ringer? Okay, perfect.
Okay. Right, we'll have to find out who is joining us for this game.
We may need a clarification on a rule here in a minute, but they're gonna finish out with the ringer for now. So it's kind of worded, but like weirdly in the rules where it's not necessarily easy to interpret.
Oh, okay.
So
I'll.
Basically, Snozlar is as DC'd like more than 3 times. It's that part of the rules. So just trying to figure out if he can play further maps or if it's just like 3 DCs on one map and he can't come in for that map.
Well, Snozzler's back in the chat, so he's reconnected.
My understanding from the other day was that a player has a total of 5 minutes. So if they disconnect, the timer starts, and then
Okay, it's definitely been longer than 5, and then so he's ineligible to come back in at all. No, but collectively though, yeah, I think Young is saying you add up all the DCs.
yeah, a player must be subbed out after their third disconnect for the remainder of the current map. So I guess I don't know if that was ever.
Kind of true. Hopefully these teams will be flexible and we can kind of just
think it's meant to be until the player can resume play, but I don't think you could like sub them back in on that map. That's for sure. You definitely have to play that map.
Well, let's cross that room. We can kind of get
Yeah.
going here.
Here we
We
go.
have a ringer. It'll be what playing the Doomfist.
What? Right, I'll see myself out. I've been away from the game too long. And that's what it's done to me.
That
Okay.
was so bad it made me laugh. So it was actually
Yeah.
good.
Okay, is that how it works? Okay,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
Hudson looking to find a bit of damage onto the Pharah. Sakurahana is taking enough fairly low, but he'll be able to heal himself right back up. As just seeing Hudson and Leocase just looking to poke, looking to push their way through. They have 2.5 minutes to claim objective A. Oh, there come the double coalescence. Will it be enough? As that's going to be a fair few kills for the side of Space. 3 for 1. And crucially, though, Space will defend the objective.
Absolutely. Convoluted was kind of just in that mega room, protected, and able to get a huge ult with 2 picks there, and Essel not able to find the picks inside there. So
There we go. Lure does have the Mercy ultimate available to him. So does Dash and Angel on the Doomfist and Lucio respectively. Both of those can be extremely big. Both Orisa's very close as well. Having that ultimate. And here we go then. The push coming in from Torbulance. Dash ready to go in. Going to be able to find the pick onto Norez. What will follow suit as well. But it doesn't matter. Or it does matter because Space is just going to keep the defense going. 0% on the capture point. And a perfect defense so far from Space eSports.
as you said, those Aristas both got ult around the same time. Tried to use it for an aggressive advantage and kind of take the pace of the fight, but they kind of cancel each other out, and Space was able to capitalize on it more.
Yep. Here we go again. I mean, we saw back on map 1, Space just waiting until all of their ults were up before going in. Maybe Space could do the same thing, however, with only 36 seconds remaining, this is the final chances. The Sigma ult will take down one. Well, it's a big once again from Space eSports, who put up a fantastic defense, as Harakusu will fall as well. 20 seconds is
Great
all.
signal from the OK. It'd be hard to find more than 1 or 2 people, just because these players are usually aware of it and really good at dodging it. But
Here we go. This is the final push. Convoluted has been taken down. Angel taking a lot of damage. This could be it. Wrecking ball in from Noro, but the defense still coming through from Space as the Diva charges forward under overtime. 2 members on the point. This is as close as Torbulance have got, and with 4 members down from Space, Torbulance will pick up the point, and they surely will claim objective A and move on towards B at the final second of the map.
oh yeah, you could really sense the urgency from Torbulance there. Essel was able to go in, get an early pick.
You go.
Just to clean up from there.
And they now have 3 more minutes to push to take objective B, and what was looking like a bit of a lost cause is now looking, well, alright for them.
For sure.
Here we go. The push forward coming in. As what has the Reaper? We've seen him teleport in and find that big Death Blossom, as Convoluted finding a couple of the headshots. Leocase and Hudson have been taken down, but it's even bigger for the side of Space, who find what Isol and Arakusu, and they will defend a point B, but we saw them put in a fantastic defense at capture point A, only for it to go tumbling down right at the very end.
Most definitely. Torbulance able to get a couple picks there, but just as tanks, it can be really tough to take that space and get on the point. And Larissa fell first, bunch unfortunately for Torbulance.
And Sakurahana just healing up from behind. And out comes the Orisa ultimate. Coalescence coming in from Arakusu as Torbulence look to push through right here, right now. They take down the dash. Leo Cake's taking a fair bit of damage, as is Convoluted. Lure gets taken down, as does Noro as well. Convoluted will be able to keep himself going as more good defense coming in from space to find 5 picks.
Oh yeah, another great ult from Leo Cakes. He's been able to consistently find big fluxes here.
1 minute left on the timer.
60 seconds.
We've seen Torbulence do it multiple times right at the very end, and they might do it here once again.
You would expect this to be near a last fight scenario, but they've been extremely good at kind of regrouping, so we'll see how this goes.
Coalescence coming in from Sakurahana. No one has fallen just yet. The teleport in. What jumps down? He has the Death Blossom available to him, and there we go. The Death Blossom. Will it be able to find anything? They only find the pick onto Hudson, as White himself will be able to heal up, courtesy of Arakusu. Dash looking to go in, but he'll get taken down. And once again, Torbulence coming in with a fight right at the end. Noro with the Orisa ultimate, keeping the damage going. Convoluted going in. He's got a Death Blossom himself, but he can't get it off in time. And Torbulence find the play that they need, as they surely will take capture point. B is being contested right at the end here at overtime. Noro burning through the members of Space Esports, and that will be the round completed. And Space Esports need to do just a little bit better than that if they want to take this to a map 4.
For sure, they were able to stall for overtime, which was impressive and definitely important. Let's see, that fight was actually really well played from both teams. The Doomfist, Essel, went for a Meteor Strike and was just a little bit late. Like, Orisa had grouped up 3 with her halt, but he wasn't able to capitalize on it. And then the Reaper went in for his ult from Space Esports, but he was booped out of the way, kind of just flying in the air, not able to get anything with that. So well played by Tor.
Right. And as we get ready to go once again for round 2.
Ready
Well,
for battle.
Torbulence just about managed to claim both capture points. If they can defend just one of those capture points, they will take the round, the map, and the game.
30 seconds.
We'll be seeing the Bastion strat here, probably holding the high ground. That should be pretty difficult to take over as Space Esports.
Yeah, once again, seeing the Bastion coming through from the side of Torbulence. They're going for the Pharmacy as well. As we're going to be seeing the Hanzo coming in once again from Convoluted. Got a second or so to change that if they want to, but Dash going straight in with this Doomfist. We've seen him take down that Pharah before, but this time it's a little bit the other way around. Esol finding a lot of damage onto Dash.
And he actually will be swapping to the Widow. It's much more consistent in dealing with the Pharah, so that's going to be the plan for Space Esports.
Yeah. Convoluted switching over from that Hanzo.
Will force Essel to play further back quite a bit. He's kind of scared of getting picked, whereas he would have liked to be playing up here at the choke like he was before, but he's going to play a lot safer now. And you'll also see Dash on the Mei, trying to counter what on the Bastion, as he's done really well so far this match.
Once again, we're seeing what coming out on that Bastion has both the Orisa and the Sigma shields around him. As that's going to be a Mei wall right in front of his face. And that's what you were just talking about, Milksteak.
Oh yeah. Super smart wall. He took down 1 chunk and had 4 more to go, or 5 or whatever, so that was really impressive. And Convoluted getting huge picks here as well.
Yeah, Convoluted on the Widowmaker doing everything that they need. And unlike Turbulence, Space going right in onto capture point A.
Torbulance has somehow been able to turn this back though. They have to be worried about Convoluted here on the high ground, and yeah, that's why Widow is one of the best characters in this game, because she can just change a fight that quick.
And it almost feels like, you know, when we're watching Turbulence, they're trying to find a way in. They never have the counter picks. It's always, you know, an even game. Both same champs coming, same heroes coming from both sides. But when we see Space trying to pull something through, they're the ones finding these counter picks, if you will, finding the Widowmaker going into the Bastion or into the Pharah.
Certainly, and you see Torbulence here go back to their their strongest comp in my opinion, the Doom Reaper, and it's not as easily countered, so kind of forces them to switch off.
Dash looking to go and will be able to find the pick onto Arakuzu. Can they find more, because the eSol has fallen as well? Lure will get taken down. Dash keeps going forward. They find the pick onto what? This is absolutely fantastic stuff from Space Esports. They're straight on point B, and they will take. No, not just yet, because Turbulence coming back in. But Turbulence are falling, and Space Esports, after Snozzler gets subbed out, Space Esports assert their dominance, and they will take their first map of the day.
They actually do have to get one tick here. They were able to stall to overtime, so Torbulence does not get an opportunity to take the point, but they will have to hold for 4 minutes here and not give up 33% of the point. So
okay,
that's about as clean as you'll ever see from Space Esports. Convoluted got 2 or 3 picks to open up. Doomfist contributed as well from Dash, so that was very impressive. And Torbulence did their best to stall, but not able to stall for long enough to get a full regroup.
here we go once again. Potentially for the final time, depending on whether Turbulence can win or not. They're currently sitting 2-0 in maps. And here at Volskaya Industries is currently sitting at 1 round apiece.
Yep. Torbulence electing not to go with the strat they did last time on defense, which is something I agree with, because Space has just done such a good job of countering it, as you brought up before. So they're just going to go with the Doom Reaper, which they've really had probably the most success with in this match so far. Kind of won them both of the maps previously.
Let's see if Convoluted will stick on this Widowmaker, and he will do. He's done a good job on the Widowmaker so far. Can he find those same picks that he did last time around? Here we go. Convoluted just peering through the wall, the hole in the wall. Here we go, the fight coming in. Hudson's already been taken down. Dash will follow. Leo Cakes getting taken down low. Leo trying to heal everyone up. Leo Cakes follows suit. eSol gets taken down while all of this unfolds. And it's a
great
good
job
start.
Yep, just taking the fight to Space early. They didn't seem even prepared for it. They were able to halt and punch and kind of just go in off that opening and clean it up. Convoluted to get 1 pick, but he's actually going to swap to the Reaper himself. There's no Pharah that he needs to counter at this point, so they're just going to mirror match this.
Yeah, however, 4.5 minutes was the amount of time they had at the start, as out comes all of the damage. As Torbulence.
Torbulance is bouncing on Space right as they cross the chart. And Space
Torbulence, not even playing it defensive. They're the ones pushing out. They're the ones, you know, offense is the best defense, and they are playing very aggressively on this defense.
Absolutely. And Space has not even been able to charge ults, really. It's almost halfway through the point here, and their highest is 64% with the. They've got a ways to go if they want to build ults and try to take the fight that way.
Yeah. And here we go once again, all the shields coming down as we're seeing Convoluted going up for the Reaper as well. And once again, big picks coming in from Torbulence. They take down Hudson, they take down Convoluted. Dash will fall as well. Look how far Torbulance are pushing out. The Sigma shield will get broken, but there's an Orisa shield right behind that.
Oh yeah, huge plays from what they're just kind of cleaning up. Essel is going in first off the hold each time, and what is there to clean up. You even saw Doomfist punch each other, and what was there to finish off the Doomfist.
Oh, that's going to be the Sigma ultimate coming in, but it won't be able to find enough damage at all as what gets taken down, and this might be the chance for Space eSports to push through. They're at the capture point now. Sakurahana trying to find a pick. He'll take down Lulu and Nora have fallen as Turbulence still try to hold with all their might's worth, as that's going to be the point, and that's going to be Space eSports taking the map.
Yep, making it a close series as it's been this whole time. It's going to go to 2-1, and that last Leo Cakes had some amazing ults that fight. We saw a really good flux out of Sirius in the past fight, but it forced out the Lucio ult, which countered it, and then they weren't able to sustain beyond that.
And there was the triple kill for the Sigma, for Leo Cakes. However, heading in to the fourth, not necessarily final map, it's going to be a hybrid Numbani, Hollywood, or Eichenwald. And this time, though, Turbulence, being the losing side, will be able to select the map.
I wonder if they'll try to get Snozzler back in here. I don't know if we've got an official ruling on that yet, but
I think it did according to the rules, from what I saw.
it's
It resets. It
hard to
resets
tell,
per map.
honestly.
Yeah.
We can. We might just want to see what the team's going to do here.
Numbani, Hollywood, and Eichenwald. Right. I just imagine if I just said maps that weren't even hybrid, and you're like, yeah, no. See, this is why I get you to tell me the map list before, because then I've got them written down. Fucking help.
Coming prepared, right? It'll be Torbulance selecting Icon here. And I think we're just going to roll with the roster they have now. I think Snozzler may have DC'd too many times and not eligible to come back in.
Neither team wants him to come back in right now. Yeah, and I mean, hasn't been working out great for Watt so far. Wasn't able. The first map loss for Turbulence did come in after that substitution.
I certainly don't think he played poorly.
True.
It's not like he was a liability or anything like that, but you never know. Like Snozzler may contribute a lot to comms that what is not. As you know, being a sub or whatever, you're obviously not gonna have the same chemistry as your starting six, so could be an effect there.
Yeah, and we don't even know if he's a DPS player or a tank player. I'd assume that he's a DPS player, but he may be off role.
Yes, same. And I noticed a lot of these GM teams, they don't have like a big roster. They kind of just have like 7 or 8 players. So he could be playing off role, or he could just be kind of an all-rounder, able to play whatever team needs. So, he will be on the Doomfist.
Okay, well,
Bar comp. And we're seeing the Hanzo out of Convoluted, but we've seen this a few times, and he hasn't necessarily stayed with it. So I'm wondering what they're looking for to counter on Torbulance with the Hanzo, but they'll be on defense here, so he's gonna stick with it. He won't be able to go back to spawn and swap as he's done on past maps.
Here you go. Protect the cannon currently for Turbulence, and we'll have to see whether they want to maybe pick a Bastion to.
Has the game started?
Yes.
Yes.
And did they allow the player to rejoin, or?
No, they just went with this other.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm trying to interpret the rules. It doesn't appear that they can't, just because of the wording it says on that map specifically. So
We'll need to clarify that after.
yeah,
but
we'll fix it.
it's all good. We're underway here.
Alrighty.
Easel has already been taken down as the Orisa shields will get popped. Sorry, the Sigma shields. Do apologize. Convoluted on that Hanzo. Oh, he's gonna take down Easel. Convoluted has been the Easel destroyer this series, and nothing is changing yet.
Even with the Hanzo, not as reliable as the Widow for that matchup, but still able to get it done.
And Esol learns his lesson, switches straight back over to the Reaper and on the Lucio. But it's a good defense. So Fuzz Esol gets taken out straight away. Space Esports defending with all their might. As Dash says, you know what? We'll take the Pharmacy this time.
Yep. Big good pull from Hudson there, kind of just staggering the pick on Essel, and Torbulance still trying to get out of spawn at this point, kind of regrouping. Looks like Essel's swapping to McCree, just to counter the parry here. So, or not Essel, that'll be what?
What will indeed pick up the McCree as out comes the Coalescence. Two Coalescence make that dash, looking to find the Rockets, but he will get taken down as the Pharaohs will not be reigning supreme today. It's a
Pretty
dash
interesting
down.
to see the double Coalescence on the Pharaoh, kind of keeping her up, but she
Yeah, it's serious.
off on her.
Can he find enough? Jumping around, just trying to keep himself rolling, trying to find some damage onto the Pharaoh, but Sirius will eventually get taken down. Space Esports, they keep the defense of capture point A.
Yep, convoluted with some big picks there. It's Hanzo. Obviously, we now know why he has been starting out with Hanzo a lot. He's just really good at that hero and able to make it work, even if it's not necessarily countering them.
And Turbulence going straight in at his. In comes the Dragon Strike from Convoluted. They find the pick onto what? They find the pick onto Esol. Noro will fall as well. Just Hudson just can't find enough for his team. Sorry, Noro can't find enough for his team. 1 minute left on the timer as well. But we've seen this before. Just in case you've forgotten, it was at Volsky. It's been at every map. Last second in overtime, yeah.
That's an early pick. That's going to back Turbulence up.
Yeah, Noro getting taken down, and
Actually, a
maybe
huge
they'll...
pick, 'cause that went from a 2-fight scenario to a 1-fight scenario.
Yeah. And now Torbulence will have to wait. They have 4 ultimates available. Space only have 2, but they will be at 4 very soon. Sakurahana has a Coalescence available. Now it comes just to heal up the team as the Sigma ultimate will come in, but it's not quite enough as the Orisa ult will just keep that damage going as Sakurahana and Convoluted have been taken down. But that's a big from Space Esports. They find 4 picks, and this is not the same as a previous round because Space will not be able to touch the objective. 2 seconds remaining, and that is going to be the round going over to Space Esports.
Dash came out of nowhere there, just kind of playing around the tower. The Turbulence was not expecting it, and he's able to get a huge barrage.
Switching sides.
Space Esports are in a prime position to take this to a map 5. But Torbulence...
Most definitely.
And all Space Esports need to...
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say, all Space Esports need to do is just take the first capture point.
True, but we have seen some pretty crazy defenses early on in maps. Here on Havana, that was the case.
Right. Here we go then. What can Turbulence do? They need to put up a
Ready for
mighty defense
battle.
if they want to secure the game here.
Looks to be a mirror comps from both teams here. What's going to be playing Hanzo, which we haven't seen yet, so I'm excited to see what he can do on that. We will probably see some fair 1v1s. The opening pick there could be used to open up the fight either way.
I
As
mean,
the tanks kind of fight for.
I'll be surprised if we don't see Dash perhaps switching to the what do you call it, Widowmaker at some point, because he's been so good at taking down the Pharaohs with that.
Yes, actually convoluted, but yes.
Oh yes, convoluted. Sorry, yes, I do apologize. He's on the Hanzo and he's been good at taking down a lot of things with the Hanzo. And I'm sure nothing will change. He's already taken down. What were we just talking about, Milksteak?
Yep, the Pharah 1v1 super crucial. Kind of taking the attention away from the Pharah by shooting at her. You kind of have to deal with her, and Dash was able to get the upper hand there.
Arakusu also falls.
And again, oh, that shot on convoluted was so nasty. Able to pick the Pharah out of the air while she was guarding Angeling away.
Hudson pushing through, and Orisa versus Orisa. They're both in each other's faces.
I think that Res is going to secure this for Space eSports as long as they play safe here. Try to get a pick before Turbulence regroups, but that may not be the case. Essel able to take out Convoluted in the backline.
And there's Dash on the Pharah. Just dropping down the rockets, but he will eventually fall. So will Esol. Sakurahana is down. Leo Cakes and Hudson will follow suit. The defense will stay intact for Turbulence for now.
Torbulence's ability to turn fights that are not in their favor and kind of just stall and stay alive for their team to regroup has been extremely good.
Indeed, it has.
Early pick from what? It will force the res out.
Yeah, Arakusu getting taken down low, and he will indeed fall. As there comes the Dragon Strike, but Dash finds the kill with the barrage. That is huge. 4 members are down, only for Leo Cakes, and Dash keeps it going. And Space eSports will take the map, and they will take us to a map 5.
Yep, it's been a totally different series kind of after Snozlar went out. Not to put it on the sub whatsoever. I think what is playing really well, but I don't know. You know, it was a lot of time in between. Yeah, that's that shot that I was talking about earlier. Pretty insane shot.
I feel like if we did have an MVP, it's probably going over to Convoluted, because whenever Space eSports have needed him, he's stepped up.
I would agree, and Dash has put in a ton of work as well on the Mei and the Pharah.
Yeah, I mean, that play right at the end, oh my god, he found so much with that barrage.
Oh yeah, he's doing a really good job of kind of keeping his position hidden when he has that barrage, I feel like, and Turbulence is not really expecting it, and he gets like or 3 kills in 1 second.
Right, and for the final map then, I believe it is Turbulence who get to decide.
Yes, I believe so. Or actually, it's gonna be a set. It's gonna be a set map 5. It's predetermined since it's a tiebreaker. It is, yeah. Yep. I think. Yep. I believe so.
Here we go then. I guess Nepal for the final round, and yeah, as you were saying, Milksteak, it's all come down to Snosler getting subbed out for what everything's changed after that point.
It is, yeah. I don't want to point directly to that, but that has been kind of the momentum changer, if you will. So
Yeah, and I guess for the side of Turbulence, every time Esol And again, not to point direct blame, but every time he's gone for that fire, he's been taken down. It was always Snozzler stepping up with that DPS on the Doomfist. And well, with what coming in, just a different playstyle entirely, and it just hasn't really been working out for Torbulance.
Indeed, for sure.
Right. It's just such a shame Snozzler with the DC. Can happen to anyone.
Hopefully he can call his ISP or whatever, figure that out, because seeing Torbulance
Yeah.
at full strength was quite a treat. And still, though, this match is extremely close, and this last map should be extremely exciting to see who comes out on top. The Oasis for the first control point was still back and forth, so I'm expecting similar things on another control point map.
Here we go. We saw how closely contested Oasis was, and I'm sure it's going to be the same here at Nepal.
Ready for battle.
And it looks like we are ready to get underway for the final map of the series.
Is going to be a May Reaper comp for this map, it appears, from Space eSports, which is extremely strong, just controlling the point with walls, able to split the opposing team. And Dash's May has been really a treat to watch, so I'm excited to see Space here. What's going to be on the pair this time instead of Essel, but Essel's Doomfist has been extremely good as well, so both comps are looking good here.
Away we go. Dash on the May. We know he's been good, but that was always on the counter to the Bastion. What can he do this time? Isol gets taken down instantly. Space coming in with the first blood of the map. And in Space, they've got the contestation at the moment, and they will be able to capture the point. Space eSports coming in big to start off with. However, Isol will be back up momentarily as out comes the May Warlock from Dash. Shields all around, making life as difficult as popular for Torbulance. As what with the barrage will get. I thought he got revived by Lure for a second, but I think Lure got taken down in the process.
Oh yeah, such a quick barrage built up, but it's not enough to win this fight. Space eSports has just been able to take point first and not give up the control. They have walls, they have shields, they have Reaper closer range, able to counter anyone that comes in. It's going to be really difficult for Torbulance to take this point back.
Here we go, the Pharmacy. Will it work for Torbulance at this time round? I feel like every time they pulled out the Pharmacy, it's always worked against them, and Convoluted not even on the Widowmaker this time. What? Just throwing in rockets for now, building up that ultimate. We're already at 30%. But the series does have the ult, and with everyone from Space in such a confined area, it could be massive. Here it comes. How big will it be? Not big enough. It's only Hudson that will fall, and Torbulance themselves get destroyed. 5 deaths for nothing. Space eSports are just massive right now.
Yep, great ults coming out from Space eSports. The beat was really good from Angel, saving the fight after one of his teammates got picked first, and same for the Sigma and Moira.
86% now, the final chance for Torbulance. They need to do something, and they need to do it quick. They have 4 ultimates available. Is it enough?
Could really cause problems from Dash, though. It is going to get both tanks.
All about this barrage, though. Out comes the barrage. They find 2 kills, but the Death Blossom will be coming in. Convoluted gets taken down. It's a big fight for Torbulance. And the revive comes in as well from Lure, as they will take the point once again at 99%, as we get a couple of Oasis deja vus.
Oh yeah, exactly. We've seen this before. And unfortunately, Torbulance used pretty much every ult they have in that fight. But Space only had 2 available last fight and used those as well, so pretty even here going the next fight.
Yeah. I feel like it's all about that Farah barrage. Convoluted gets taken down instantly. as the side of Spaces was just trying to set up Convoluted down, as is Dash. All the damage is out, and there we go. Space Esports, they say, look, we're just going back to what works. It's the Widowmaker into the Pharmacy.
Yep. Good to see that. It's kind of hard to set up here, I feel like, as Widow, but I'm sure he's got an angle in mind or be able to somehow keep good sightlines on the fair.
I needed that.
What can Convoluted find? Contestant coming in, 62% now for Torbulance. But it's looking dire. Lure, what? Arakusu falls, so does Noro. The big fight at the end of 4 Space, and they will be capturing the point. We are in overtime. Hudson will find the pick onto Esol, but Turbulence are not done yet. But with a final kill, they may very well be out of it. But they keep on coming like ants, running straight back in. But eventually, the number of ants do fall, and Space Esports will take the first round, 100 to 71%.
Yep, Space Esports able to get an early pick from Dash onto Essel in the Doomfist matchup, and we're also able to deny res, and then Convoluted just popped off after that. Like I said, it might be hard for him to set up, but obviously he knows what he's doing on the Widow. That's clearly apparent from this whole match.
100 to 71%. That means that Space Esports, if they hit 72%, they have the round. Well, not the round. They have the map and the game.
1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Wait,
we're actually
hang
seeing
on.
the Bastion.
No, that's not right.
Yeah, it's just going to be a new point here, so
Yeah.
Space can take it. No, all good.
The Bastion
Bastion doing
coming
a lot of work on
in.
the shield so far.
We'll see whether
Forcing
Dash
Space.
goes for the May, because he's pulled that out every time we've seen the Bastion.
That's a good point. I would not be surprised to see that. But Space is able to set up on into this horseshoe area and kind of contest point from a safe position where they don't necessarily have to contest out in the open on the Bastion.
And Dash on the Doomfist, just trying to find something. Esol throwing down the rockets, will be able to find the pick onto Hudson. The shield will break. As Dash Angel are down. Convoluted is taken down as well. This is big for Turbulence. They take the point, and they will just charge it up.
And just as you said, they will be swapping onto May. It's been so good against the Bastion this whole time. So it's kind of that war with counter picks like we were talking about earlier, where Torbulance comes out with one comp, and then Space is going to try to make them swap off again.
Here we go, Convoluted on the Hanzo. Leo Cakes gets taken down. Convoluted needs to find the pick onto Farah. As Turbulence just snowballing right now. There's the May that we talked about coming in from Dash. Angel's fallen on the Lucia, but so has Noro. 46% at the capture point currently. And increasing as what? Once again, gets displaced, almost finds the kill. Just can't quite find it as what? He has the ultimate available. Will he use it? Perhaps not just yet, just firing out round after round after round, and he has so much protection.
Yep, Convoluted there was able to flank and get kind of a flank angle onto Farah, not expecting it, and take that pick, and they were able to take the Space Bastion and take it.
And what, just going to hold on to that ultimate for now. But when the time is right, it will most certainly come through, because Space Esports, they have claimed control over the control point. And as the ults charge up, could be big as that Sakurahana falling into the abyss. As Turbulence up to 73% now and rising. 4 ults available for Turbulence, and they have the power. They have the ults ready to make a final defense here. Dash has a blizzard available. Here we go.
Yep,
Space
I would
what's
expect
going
that
in.
blizzard to come in deep into their bastion and see what we can done. Yeah.
They need to find as eSorl gets taken down. This could be big. It's only the Bastion left to drop the DPS. They need to find the Blizzard onto Bastion. And that's Dash going in. The Blizzard comes through. Is enough. Angel, Leo Cakes, and Hudson have already fallen. Convoluted trying to find another damage. But that's going to be eSorl. He's down again. Arakusu and Noro follows suit as someone, I believe, fell into the abyss. We're in overtime, but it doesn't matter because Torbulance, they pick up the round and they will be taking us to a tiebreaker.
Yep, that Bastion comp was so strong. Space was not able to set up on point because there was too much damage coming in, and the Mei was not able to counter as it did in prior maps. Convoluted almost took that fight single-handedly, getting like 3 picks, but unfortunately, the Mei ult from Dash came in a little too late, and they had already lost 2 people. Torbulance, they would fight from there.
A series that started off so close back at Oasis.
Yeah.
No better way for this to end than a tiebreaker at map 5, round
Absolutely.
3.
Capture the objective.
All comes down to this.
Here we go. Milksteak, your prediction. Who's going to take it?
I really like Convoluted on the Widow here, but they're not running a fair. This could go either way, honestly.
So
I
much
do
can
think we'll
change.
see yeah, exactly. I think we'll see some comp swaps here after this first fight, but we'll see how this goes. Torbulance has kind of got point control right now, it appears.
What, taking damage, but the control will be coming in for Torbulance for now. Gets contested briefly, and what coming in from behind, can he find enough damage? eSorl gets taken down. This might be enough for space to come in. Control already secured by Torbulance, which is exactly what they need. A coalescence coming in from both of Moira's. Dash with the damage in. Out comes the barrage. They find what? They find Lord. They find Noro. Arakusu might be getting taken down. Yes, he will. eSorl with a sliver of HP, but he will fall as well. The contestation comes in. Space will claim the point.
Dash
Now they
made some huge plays there. It was interesting to see Space. They did want to swap the Widow for Reaper, so they kind of just soft reset, let them have points, and only gave up 25%, and then were able to come through and contest the 6.
Here we go, 25 to 25, or it will be in a couple of seconds. Pharmacies for both comps. May the best Pharah win. Doomfist, eSorl down. Noro falls as well. Noro is down as well. There is no more mercy for the Pharah. And Convoluted trying to drop out the damage. They find the pick onto eSorl. Convoluted keeps on going. He keeps on chasing, looking for the Sigma. He'll back off now. I think that's reasonable. Pushing very far out. 50% now at the capture point.
He does have his ult kind of. Yep, he's Convoluted here. Has his Reaper ult kind of set up to come in when they cross. We'll see if they see it. He shifts out.
This is going to be dirty. He goes in. Can he find enough? They take down Arakusu. They take down Sirius, but Convoluted falls himself. Dash is down. The Pharah is so important, and here comes Torbulance pushing in. Can they find enough? They've taken down Sakurahana. They've taken down Hudson, and they will attempt to capture the point. Space won't be able to pit up enough of a defense. 84% is what they got up to, but Dash has the cannon, has the barrage available to him, and we know how big that is.
That's true. What also has his coming up, he was able to flank and take an off angle around the Rissa, put a lot of good damage in, so him and Essel were able to get a lot of picks in that fight, kind of taking it for Turbulence.
Here we go. Hudson looking to push in, but all eyes on Dash. Pharah, it surely is going to come down to him. 60% for Torbulence. There comes the justice. Is it going to be enough? They find Noro. Can they find more? They'll take down Isol as well. Hudson's really low. Hudson's going to be able to stay alive. Bit of focus coming through onto the Marcy. Leo Kick's just about staying alive. What is it down? Arakusu as well. Sirius gets burned down. And Space look to recapture the point. And they will do it successfully. They need 13 more %. Is there enough time for Turbulence?
There is, yes. They should be able to touch with this ball and Doofus combo and likely get another full contest, and they've done that all
Here
night.
we go. Doomfist in. Can they find enough? Convoluted very low. He doesn't have the Reaper ult just yet. But that's going to be Hudson getting taken down. Convoluted low. Will just about be able to survive. Leocake staying alive. Isol has fallen. Lure has fallen. But Turbulence need to keep on going. Arakusu is down. Sirius is down to Baby Diva, but Baby Diva can't do anything. It's just the Wrecking Ball, and the Wrecking Ball gets wrecked as Space Esports take the map and they take the game.
Oh yeah, that was awesome to watch. Dash kind of had free reign there. They had to swap to Tracer Doomfist to contest point, and it kind of gave the fair uncontested ground to just clean everyone up. This is the third play of the game I think we've seen as Sakura Hana. It's pretty cool to see. Just does a lot of and he healed his team for 42%, so it's well deserved.
That is insane, especially considering he's the damage support.
Absolutely,
that is an
yeah.
insane amount.
Moira is just such a good hero right now in terms of like equal heals, equal damage, and able to get ults and impact like pretty much every fight. Sakura doing really good on that.
That's it. We've got a thing saying next match, but it's all over. Space Esports, they start the season off with a win. Can be argued, though, that after Snozzler left, it all went downhill for Turbulence. But Snozzler for sure needs to sort out that internet.
Certainly. Torbulance, at full strength, was playing a bit better. Still a close series throughout. And not the end of the world for Torbulance. Just the first game, you still got 2 maps for map differential score, so I wouldn't be disappointed in that, but I would definitely try to get my internet plus non-slower.
Yeah. The reverse sweep for Space Esports and Milk State. Do we want to give a quick MVP?
I would have to give it to basically split between Dash and Convoluted, just because they got so many impressive picks between the two of them. When one wasn't doing something, the other one was, and was really impressive from the Pharah from Dash, and Convoluted on Widow was just insane. Picks like consistently taking over fights.
Yeah, and it was almost every time Isol and Watt switched from the Doomfist. Sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, from the Doomfist and Reaper comp, the counter picks came in straight away, and Space Esports forced them back onto those two heroes.
Most definitely, they were able to, with their counter picks, just kind of control the scope of match in terms of comps, which was really what gave them the advantage most of the time. I feel like Turbulence was kind of trying to had to switch up their strategy just based off what Dash and Convoluted were picking. So,
all right, well, that's about all we've got time for here at Revolution Esports. Thank you very much to all of you for joining in. I've had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have as well. Turbulence, after a strong start to the series, they get taken down. Space Esports picking up the win at 3 maps to 2. I've been Milky Zero. I was joined by Milk Steak. And we wish you a very good night. Once again, we hope you have enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.